Let's talk about consolidating the things that you've taught your dog. I'll break this down for you. Consolidating your dog's training, what we're really talking about is all these bits and pieces, all these varying concepts, all these tricks that you've taught your dog. How do you consolidate them and bring them together so that everything flows nicely for your dog in a training session, so that you've got all of these behaviors on cue and the dog understands, oh, I get this command and regardless of anything else, I perform this way. It's something that a lot of folks struggle with. One of the big reasons that folks struggle so much with this is these days, in the days of social media, rather than actually investing in a congruous, like a well-designed, well-implemented, holistic program of training, folks grab this from this person and this from this person and this from this person. And sometimes they do it this way because they are looking for a technique to address a problem, which is very often, almost always, a foundational issue in the dog's understanding. And very often they want that technique to address a broader problem, and they're not actually getting down to the foundation, and so they get very technique oriented. If you have all of these different things that have been taught in these different ways, ultimately there is some use to that, but it's in the broadest sense not useful if you can't make it all happen. You need to think very carefully about the glue that binds all of these things together. There's many factors to this, but this is one big one. Do your markers mean for your dog what you intend them to mean? Have you filmed the response to this? Have you tested that? Have you seen it hold up persistently, right, and consistently across a whole bunch of different contexts? Are you clear about what that command means to you, and are you 110% crystal clear that your dog understands that command in the way that you intended it? Because so often what we do with at CSI is folks say, oh, I've taught my dog this, but the dog understands something completely different. So if you're a year or 2 or 3 into training your dog, you're interested in dog training, you're grabbing all these little bits and pieces and trying all this cool guy shit, be the coolest guy, consolidate your training, right? Make sure that the way that you're teaching it all comes back to common framework which you have tested and assessed and made sure that the dog understands as you intended it to learn those things. Plenty of work in that for a lot of you out there. Something that I'm constantly doing myself with the dogs that I train, something that my clients are constantly doing. And if you run into problems with this, here's a hot little tip. Do less for a while, but do it better.